You'd have to be living under a rock if you didn't know about the serious crisis going on at our southern border with the migrant caravan. There have been many disagreements in the media about the seriousness of the threat. Here's just a handful of different opinions on the issue at hand.
The Democrat Party is openly inviting millions of illegal aliens to break our laws, violate our borders, and overwhelm our nation.
2 weeks before this election, they're telling us that the single most grave threat to America is a bunch of poor, impoverished, broke, hungry refugees 1,000 miles away.
I personally have to side with our president because he's promised us that he won't lie.
There will be no lies.
With respect to the president's tweets about alleged wiretapping directed at him by the prior administration, I have no information that supports those tweets.
Anyways, immigration has been an issue for quite some time now. A few months ago, there was a crisis on the border regarding the separation of immigrant children from their families. Now, some people simply weren't concerned about the issue.
We hear that he keep the Mexican children in cages. It's true. High five.
So many came over here. They had to be somewhere.
You have to cage them.
But it's obvious that it's an issue that's caused a lot of unrest. In this footage we found from the border, it appears that there are children in these cages that are behaving in a hostile manner towards border control agents. Another concern about immigration is that when people are crossing the border illegally, there's no way to know if we're letting in terrorists from the Middle East.
Are you saying there are terrorists?
Well, there could very well be, yeah. There could very well be. And if you look at...
You know for sure.
I have very good information.
In exclusive footage taken near our southern border, there's evidence of an attack linked to this exact issue.
Run.
Law enforcement is still investigating those involved in the crime. However, I've personally been researching and looking into videos and photos from the caravan, and I haven't spotted any red flags yet. Now, recently, the migrant caravan has been coming even closer to the border.
Meanwhile, a caravan of migrants is one step closer to the United States after a chaotic confrontation at the Mexico-Guatemala border. Mexican police threw tear gas and smoke canisters to push back the crowd of thousands from the border gates.
से वापसी के बाद जमेरात में शैतान को पत्थर मारने की रस्म अदा करते हैं.
The last clip you just saw was local news coverage of the caravan, where I believe they were speaking Mexican. So moving on, there's been a lot of disagreement on how we should address the issue. President Trump has used the issue to vouch for the construction of a border wall. But this proposal is still facing a lot of public criticism.
A person who thinks only about building walls, whether they may be, and not building bridges, is not Christian.
But wait, the Pope might actually be onto something. Using our Pope's brilliant idea, we actually don't need to build a wall. We can build a bridge from one end of the country to the other. I'm sure Canada would be delighted to take in new immigrants. Now, I know what you're saying. The bridge may be very costly, but so would building a wall on our southern border. With the bridge, we can reroute immigrants away from our country. But more importantly, Donald Trump can still be a Christian. Now, look, I know there's a lot of work to be done, but I believe this is a necessary step in the right direction. Please do your part in solving this crisis by sharing this solution to everyone you know. We thank you for supporting our ideas.